Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News, episode 196. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon Hodge here, and welcome back to another episode of WWE News and Rumors. We have a lot to talk about today, so literally we're just gonna jump right in. I'm sorry that there's only been 2 episodes this week. I had some personal stuff I had to take care of this week, but I'll make up for it. I'll do an extra episode this coming week, so yeah. But enough of me talking. Let me shut up and talk some more about important stuff. So yeah, let's go. All right, the first news story, it's about Triple H. So he had a really good match at Crown Jewel. I mean, it was a good match and all, but I mean, they did mess up a few times, which is completely understandable. But sometimes the mess ups can turn bad, and basically Triple H is injured now. WWE hasn't said officially what, but the best guess everyone has is a ripped pec. So yeah, no one really knows about like WrestleMania or anything for Triple H, so he's injured. So that's basically, I mean, we don't have a timetable for a return. We don't know how bad it is or anything. Hopefully we hear something here soon. Alright, the next news story. This is a whole nother level of pathetic for WWE, okay? They're handing out signs to people now to hold up. I mean, I get it, they want to hype it up or whatever. They're basically handing out signs this past week at WWE shows. They've been handing out signs saying, we want women's tag titles. I mean, yes, we want women's tag titles, but come on, you don't have to make signs and give them to fans to hold up. And like, the signs they gave, as you can see by the photo, I believe it's up there, like, the sign doesn't even look real. Like, it looks very fake, and it, like, it's printed out of a giant printer. It's not a fan-made sign, obviously. It's whatever. So, basically, they've been handing out these signs to give to fans in the crowd to hold up. These signs that say we want women's tag titles. They've been telling the women's wrestlers to tweet about tag titles and tease the tag titles. I believe... I mean, nothing's been leaked, like, as a design or anything, but I believe they are currently in production. I don't know what they're going to do. Honestly, they're probably just going to, I would say, honestly, they're probably just going to rip off the men's tag titles, the penny belts, and change the color of the strap like they did with the other ones. That would be my guess. I don't think they're going to have, like, their own design or whatever. I mean, it would be very cool if they did have their own design, but I believe they want the theme of matching with the men's titles, so yeah. But we will just have to wait and see. Alright, the next news story. If you noticed something was missing, just something was a little off about Rey Mysterio at Crown Jewel. Yeah, his mask was different. Hopefully most people noticed. I'm not too embarrassed to say I didn't notice. Just didn't pay attention that closely. You know, normally on Rey's mask, he has a cross up here, like a religious cross up here. But since they were in Saudi Arabia, he actually took that off because they wouldn't have caused any issues. So Rey Mysterio altered his mask so his mask didn't have a cross anymore. So yeah. I mean, it's understandable. It's just, I didn't notice. I don't know if you guys did either. You can let me know in the comments, but yeah. Alright, and the last news story I'm going to talk about before we jump into the rumors, it's about Shawn Michaels. Apparently, WWE, they have no plans for Shawn Michaels to wrestle again. No plans whatsoever. I don't know if he has plans to wrestle again. I mean, I don't know if he's willing to wrestle again. Let me rephrase. We'll just have to wait and see on that situation. If there is another match, and I would imagine it's going to be the literal last match. I don't want to say last match because he could come back like next year or the year after or whatever. But I'm saying the last thing that might happen that I could possibly see happening would be WrestleMania 35. But we will just have to wait and see. Alright guys, so that is all the news stories, and now we're going to jump into some juicy rumors. Alright guys, you ready for Brandon Hodge to rant a little bit? I'm going to rant a little bit, guys. Okay, so I was complaining the whole time, like the Evolution show. I don't want to complain about the actual show, because the actual show was incredible. The women did a phenomenal job. But something I do want to complain about is the production of the show, which is something that a lot of people have been complaining about, but I'm like literally heated about, so let me talk about this. So basically, I'm sure you guys know, as soon as you hit Evolution on your television and started watching it, you noticed, yo, what the hell? This is like a house show. This is like a live event. This is like, you know, shows that aren't televised. Like, why are they using this ring? This is just like the house show, WWE Network specials that they do, where they don't give a okay. WWE Network specials that they do where they really don't give a shit. Like, they literally don't. And, like, they literally... I was like, oh, they're using house show the first thing I noticed was the barricades, because the barricades aren't the normal pay-per-view or Raw or SmackDown barricades. They're not the squishy barricades, you know. They look all squishy, and I've sat front row, they are squishy. But they were like the metal barricades that they just cover with a piece of paper, really. The paper that says the WWE logo on it. And then I noticed the stage, and I'm like, oh, it's a freaking live event stage. What the hell? That is complete BS. Like, they're hyping up this event to be so great and so wonderful, and then they give them not even a real barricades, not even a real stage, a live event stage. And then I watched a little bit longer, and I realized the ring they're using isn't a real WWE ring. It is a house show ring that are built totally different. Like, the Raw ones are supposed to be quieter, just... It's a second-rate ring, really. I'm sorry, I'm getting very upset right now, but yeah, but now we have the reason for that. Sorry, I had to tell you the rant before I could get to the rumor part. We have the reason for that. WWE, they already had their actual ring in Charlotte, North Carolina for Raw the next day. On that Sunday, it was already in the city for Raw, already set up. So basically, they didn't even plan Evolution good enough to have a ring ready for them. They had to get the ring shipped in from Florida from NXT. Literally, all that stuff was shipped from NXT. Like, the ring was from NXT, the stage is from NXT, the barricades are from NXT, it was all shipped in from NXT, because they didn't plan this event good enough to even have a ring for them. Like, I thought this was supposed to be the all-women's pay-per-view, the first ever all-women's pay-per-view, the best thing ever. We're giving the women a chance. They're completely equal to the men now, and it's gonna be wonderful. And then I turn it on, and I see, oh my god, they gave them a freaking live event. Like, the men, they're having this amazing event in Saudi Arabia that it's supposed to be amazing, even though it wasn't. This huge event. It's like WrestleMania, men only. And then we're like, okay, women, to make you guys equal, we're gonna give you your show, and then give them a shitty setup, a shitty ring, and the crown jewel's like the most amazing WrestleMania setup, and then a custom stage, all kinds of crap over in Saudi Arabia. And then for the women, they just give them a house show ring, a house show stage, house show barricades, and I forgot to mention, they even had, like, untrained cameramen. Literally, like, the cameramen were shipped in from, like, wherever. I mean, they're not untrained, like, they have used a camera before, but they've never worked for WWE before, really, so they don't know, like, the style or how to use how to do the shots that they usually do on TV and stuff. But holy crap, I'm sorry, I got very pissed off for a moment. I just wanted to rant and tell you how unpleased I was, WWE, with that BS. Like, the ring setting in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Raw Arena doing nothing. There's not a show that night. They're just setting up the day before, just have it there already, when you could have just had it in New York. I mean, I get it's a big distance from New York to Charlotte, but still, we could have planned that better. I mean, we didn't even have to have it in New York. Like, I know people who went are like, no, it was wonderful. I'm so glad I was able to be there. But yeah, that's great. But like, thinking of planning purposes, they probably should have just did the Evolution pay-per-view in the same arena as Raw, if that's where the ring had to be. Like, they do 2 shows in an arena 2 nights in a row all the time now. Like, have Evolution there in Charlotte, and then the next night have Raw. Like, problem solved. You can have a good ring, good stage, good setup, good lighting. That's another thing. The lighting was so freaking bad. Like, when they got outside the ring, it was all dark. The crowd was totally in the dark. It was a mess from a production standpoint. Like, it was just terrible. But the show itself, the matches were really good. I mean, the women did a good job. Like, this was not their fault. It was just the planning part that was totally effed up. But yeah, okay, I'll shut up and move to the next rumor. I'm sorry, I've just got very upset about that. Oh, the next rumor, it's about the Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles feud. So it's supposed to happen at Crown Jewel, but Daniel Bryan wasn't going to go to Saudi Arabia because Daniel Bryan was just unhappy in Saudi Arabia in general. It wasn't because, like, it's supposed to be dangerous now or whatever. I mean, it's always supposed to be dangerous, but the recent news and stuff. But he was just going because he doesn't approve of Saudi Arabia's way that they think or whatever. I mean, I don't want to say anything personally. I'm just saying what Daniel Bryan thinks. Like, he's unhappy with, like, the policies or whatever of, like, stuff over there or whatever. So Bryan doesn't like Saudi Arabia, doesn't like how the way, like, it's like, I don't know, like 100 years in the past compared to the US or whatever. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, the rumor is the Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles match on the SmackDown before Crown Jewel is literally the exact match that they were supposed to have at Crown Jewel. They just bumped it up. Same finish, same everything. That was supposed to happen at Crown Jewel, but they did it on SmackDown, so that's what we would have saw at Crown Jewel if Bryan went. Oh, the next rumor is Alexa Bliss is going to be working house shows here, I guess, this coming week. She's actually working them. She's actually wrestling, so it looks like Alexa Bliss is medically cleared now. I believe she just had, like, a concussion or something, so she's rested up for a week or so. So I guess it was just a minor one, but hopefully she's okay. But I believe she's cleared now, since the rumor is she's working house shows this coming week. All right, the next rumor really confuses me. So they're basically thinking about putting the Wyatt family back together. I mean, they don't really have anything for Bray Wyatt right now. Then Matt Hardy left. So they're like, we're going to put Matt Hardy and Luke Harper back together. I don't know why. What did they do with Eric Rowan then? Are they just going to fire him? I mean, I don't know what. Just put the Wyatt family back together. Don't leave him out. I mean, that's just really the rumor. They're just putting Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt back together. I don't know what they're doing with the Eric Rowan. Maybe they're giving him a totally different character or something. Maybe he'll join the New Day or something. I don't know. Oh god, guys, it's coming back. Okay, the next rumor. Tough Enough is coming back, it looks like. So Tough Enough, if you don't know, it's the WWE reality TV show where they train wrestlers to be the next WWE superstar. You can send in, like, it's all fans. Like, fans send in stuff, and they're like, this is why I'm tough enough, and they choose, like, 10 people or whatever, and then they compete, and, like, a person gets eliminated every week until there's a winner of Tough Enough, and the winner of Tough Enough gets, like, a 1-year WWE contract, like $1 million or something, or do they get $1 million contract? I think they get money and a contract. Can't remember though, because it's been a while. I think the last time they did it was 2015, 2016, and the winner of Tough Enough didn't even get to be on any television shows. They actually had to release him for, was that the one, or no, the 2011 one was the one with the guy, like, he didn't debut either because they released him for drugs. 2015, there was 2 winners. There was a male and female. I'm sorry, I have such a bad memory. But there's, like, people from Tough Enough that are in WWE now. So, like, even if you're on Tough Enough and you lose, doesn't mean you're not going to be in WWE. Like, it's just a total mess. But I mean, it's just a reality TV show. It doesn't really mean anything. Like, if you get eliminated, that doesn't mean you're not, like, a great wrestler and you're never going to be in the WWE or anything. Like, Miz, as much as I don't want to use Miz as an example, like, Miz was on Tough Enough, like, years ago, and then he was never, I mean, John Morrison was on it. A lot of people have been on it and didn't win and were able to come back and be in WWE. But anyway, enough of me talking about Tough Enough. This rumor is coming back because they filed for the trademark again. I don't know if it's coming back in 2019, but it should be coming back here in a few years, if not next year. Okay, the next rumor is Dean Ambrose was backstage at, he was actually backstage at Crown Jewel, just in case they needed him, maybe to, like, interrupt the Seth Rollins match, interfere or something. And I guess he's just also there because Renee was there. And don't, in Saudi Arabia, you have to have, like, a man escorting you if you try to go anywhere or something. But Ambrose was there, so they didn't use him, but he was there. The next rumor, we now know. Crown Jewel is so messed up, man. Okay, so basically, if you don't know, Shane McMahon won the World Cup, and Shane McMahon is the best wrestler in the world. Because everyone believes that. He was never, I mean, I don't want to talk crap about Shane. Like, Shane is amazing and extremely entertaining, but Shane was never, like, officially trained. Like, he's just Vince's son. He jumped in the ring and just did crazy shit, really. So basically, Shane won the World Cup because he is turning heel, and he just wanted to have the trophy to be like, stand in the ring, hey guys, you're looking at the best wrestler in the world. And then have like a feud or something, or something like that. I don't know what direction they're going for a feud with that, but Shane's gonna be heel and he's gonna be doing something, I don't know. But Shane McMahon is heel, and this was just the way to kind of get him some heat or something. Miz is not injured. They just did that for storyline purposes, so Shane could replace him. And yeah, so yeah, Shane's heel, it looks like now, so we'll just have to wait and see what they do on SmackDown about that. But Shane McMahon is the best wrestler in the world. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'll be talking about in this video. I'm sorry this video, I believe it's going to be kind of long. It's just because I ran for so long about the Evolution stuff. But anyway, the final rumor is about Brock Lesnar. So Brock Lesnar, for some reason in the world, they decided to put the championship back on him. So he's supposed to be going to UFC, right? So everyone thought like there was no way he could win the title again. So it was definitely going on Braun. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. For Brock Lesnar to be the Universal Champion, on his WWE contract, like his contract isn't up yet, he has to wrestle 2 more matches on that contract. So before Crown Jewel, he had to wrestle 3 more matches. So he did the Crown Jewel match, won the title, so he has 2 matches. And we already know what one of those is going to be. He's wrestling Survivor Series against AJ Styles, champion versus champion, so he's not going to lose the title in that, obviously, not even an opportunity to. So we just have 1 match left, and it's either going to be at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, and he has to lose the title in that match. So we can guess who it's going to be. I don't know if Roman Reigns somehow would be able to be at WrestleMania, because they're still holding off to see if there's somehow a way Reigns could, well, if he's going to be, you know, medically cleared or whatever, which I don't know. I would say it's 50-50. I don't know. I don't know what the chances. The chances are probably a lot worse than that. It's probably like a 30%. I don't want to get into it, but basically they're waiting to see that, I guess, and maybe have Reigns win the title back from Lesnar at WrestleMania and be like, I'm better, I'm back, I'll take that. Or I guess they're just waiting on that to see, and if not, then I guess they'll come up with someone new to take the title off him. Probably Braun again, I would say. So maybe Braun will win the title off Lesnar at WrestleMania. And Crown Jewel was a really bad, like, they had a lot of bad, like, they had good moments, but a lot of bad ones too. Like, that match, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna bury Braun. Like, Braun kept kicking on to the F5, which I guess makes him look pretty good, but at the same time, I'm like I get he got hit in the head with the title from Baron, but like, he really didn't get any offense. He was just getting the crap beat out of him the whole match. I mean, he just got like a million F5s and then 1, 2, 3. I mean, he did kick out of it a lot of times, but still, I was like, we could have made Braun look a little better, but I guess kicking out of it makes him look okay and not so bad. But anyway, that's basically it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, and if you're on the channel, you should subscribe. It's absolutely free. You could be notified when there's news episodes and all kinds of stuff. I'm doing like a WWE shopping box this week. I do other content and stuff like that. I do predictions, reactions, I do news, I do WWE shopping boxings, I do sketches, I do skits and sketches and stuff like that. All kinds of stuff. I do all kinds of different stuff here on the channel, so make sure to come back and watch that stuff. Vlogs, which I need to do more of, which the main issue, they cost money to do. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. I'll shut the hell up and let you guys continue with this day, because this episode was long as hell. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like, and I will see you guys in the next video.